趟南苏丹史诗，山田的内战世界上最可怕的一个民族地处撒哈拉时，整天都是素面朝天，满天黄在那个地方，而且那个苏丹的地方的老黑非常的暴躁，所以你可想而知，你不死的南苏丹是个下场是什么？美国最高法院裁定可以送到南苏丹，这个就是给你这些非法移民
You came back from the dark, Alan Talk?
如果你不承受，或者说给我放屁说什么护照丢了没有入境的时候也没有指纹，也不清楚你的个人信息，那 OK， 赶紧把你扔到南苏丹去。我认为中国针对广州的，还有全国其他地区的这些三非老黑外国人，也可以采取这个方法。我们不要怕得罪什么人。Money after lets you design your own real level phone. That is all. What do you do? What's the game? No, really, just make money going sideways. 对吧？也是他们做120吧，做120动作20下。
Let's see. Your lordship rogue traitor Shireen, bane of my soul and savior of my flesh. Cruel fate has driven us straight into the foulest corner of the galaxy. Home, sweet home to the Drukhari scum. I have it on good authority that no one leaves this place. Not alive, not dead, not even in pieces. So what do you want to hear, Shireen? A children's tale about a beautiful princess? A ballad about a queen of thieves? How about a new story, Shireen? Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a sand-covered lump of rock, and the core of that rock contained untold riches for servants of the Imperium. The girl scraped out those riches with her little hands, breaking her back and coughing up her lungs, on behalf of people who had never clapped eyes upon her, and who would never know her name. She did this every day until she turned 16, and then his servants came and drafted the girl into the 19th Ifrit Regiment. Can you imagine? Of course, the regiment was wiped out on its first sortie, but the girl survived. The Exalted One protects. So what was next? Years serving in the Astra Militarum, just a shipload of hard labor, and fighting, and deals, and shady connections, and new opportunities. But everything in this world ends sooner or later, Shireen. The now not-so-little girl went and fell in with the Kasbalika. She saved up a little gold, and she even indulged in excess from time to time, until living the good life almost cost the little girl her head after her patrons got caught in an internal investigation between the Officio Prefectus and Departamento Munitorum. So the girl ran as fast as her little legs could carry her, until her eyes and the beams of fortune brought her to the expanse. A shitty story, all things considered, Shireen. The folks on Footfall are my only family, Shireen. The trickster twins and the rest of the rabble, plain-talking and loyal as dogs. And sometimes as dull as the pommel of a worn-out blade. Corporal Haydari reporting for duty, sir. I've had enough of the Astra Militarum shit to last a lifetime, Shireen. And my body's collected enough souvenirs from run-ins with Xenos and heretics to last 2 lifetimes. Except, when it comes to the guard, there's no such thing as used to be. That wretched life sank its claws into me good. But that also means I remember what it's like to be a small, shaking, insignificant pawn. And that's why I appreciate what I have now all the more. What? You think it's difficult? Once me and my fellow guardsmen snuck into the upper city in search of a good watering hole where the high and mighty of that world congregated. Another time, our regiment was sent to defend the tallest spires on a hive world. And I had an epiphany. I saw how the other half lives. And by half, I mean the ones born with a diamond spoon in their mouth instead of an entrenching shovel rammed up their arse. My eyes were open to the truth, Shireen. The Imperium is full of opportunities, even for people like myself. The trick is knowing whose palms to grease, whose boots to lick, whose throat to squeeze, and whose arses to kick. I was very popular with everyone in the guard command, you see. I'd procure things for them, whatever they wanted. And so the Kasbalika took notice. You know, Shireen, I could still be bouncing around from one world to another, holed up on tired old ships with only venal grunts for company, if I hadn't decided I wanted more for my life. I accepted a shipment from the Kasbalika of certain chemicals. You know, for carnal pleasures and the like. Some bigwig was throwing a party to celebrate his 5th decade in the service. And that's when I caught the attention of the newly arrived commissar. I was rummaging through the pockets of Astra Militarum with one hand and shuffling the Kasbalican cargo with the other. You can imagine what would have happened to my head had the commissar not started with my higher-ranked patrons. It was orcs. Not everything I say is a lie, Shireen. Whoop the never mind. Once upon a time, then his servants came and took the girl into the Astra Militarum. The girl worked her little ass off until she met the Kasbalika and started living the high life in her little corner of the Imperial Guard. Ah, literacy. My blessing and my curse. I nagged every highborn who visited our barracks on their highborn business. I pored over stamps on crates in the warehouse and the seals on every door. Watched the commanders do paperwork and volunteered to help. That's how I learned, one step at a time. And then literacy became my ticket to a comfortable life. I swear on the grave of my drunkard father who sold me into the mines and on the lives of the 11 siblings I never had, Shireen. There are some things I've never lied to you about. Like I had a choice, Shireen. I know better than to bite the hand that pours my amasak. I've torn my throat to shreds with my coughing, Shireen. Every breath in is a torture worse than the Drukhari's poisoned whips. It feels like I'm choking on red-hot plasteel and washing it down with raw promethium. As she take me, I hope I make it to the Expanse's infirmaries. Not once, if you can believe it. By the way, Shireen, I'm not really a princess. I'm filthy underhive scum, and I've been lying to you the whole time. I would have been flung out of your bed so fast, it would take my scream a few seconds to catch up. For the same reason that anybody lies. I want people to like me. I want to attract them, not repel them. Sorry, but no. We have made no vows over water, and I never made any promises to keep my heart open wide before you. I have, and always will have, my own past and my own life, and I see no reason why you should lay claim to them. But I do promise that my secrets will never cause you harm. Don't give me that look, Shireen. The plotting nobles, the scheming footfall thugs, the mysteries of Xeno artifacts, the bowing and scraping before the self-indulgent ecclesiarchy. All that's gone. Everything beyond these walls melted away like a dream. I'm fighting for my life. My soul's being torn to shreds and my body's bleeding. Is it too much to ask to want to be myself, Shireen? Oh, well, thanks, I suppose. But can I be the person I really want to be some other time, Shireen? But while we're stuck on Kamura, being a soldier just sits better with me. Can't imagine why. You remind me of a man I once knew. He had a well-stocked shop, but was envious of his neighbor because his store was more profitable. So he killed his neighbor and took over the shop, except he didn't like the goods, and quickly replaced them with his own. Then he wondered why his neighbor's business failed to make him any more money. In other words, you don't know what you want. You've taken me under your wing, dragged me into the city, saved me from excruciating death, listened to me spilling my guts, and now you're casting me out? Fine. Have it your way. I'm leaving, Shireen, and don't come knocking on my door ever again. It'll be closed to you.
Oh no, didn't want to do that. But shit. Ah, fuck, I have to listen to that again. I don't want to. Shit. Oh, I forget. Just a motherfucking guy. The motherfucking guy, man.
Let's see, your lordship rogue traitor Shireen. I've torn my throat to shreds with my coughing, Shireen. So what do you want to... Then... Botev? So the folks on foot? Corporal Haydari... What? You think it's the... My eyes were open to the truth? You know? And that's when I got it. It was orcs. Whoop the fu... Never. Once upon a... Then his servants... Ah, literist. I swear on the... There are some things I've never lied to you about. Like I had a choice, Shireen. I know better than to bite the hand. Not for the same reason that anybody lies. Sorry, but no. Don't give me that look, Shireen. The plotting nobles, the scheming footfall thugs, Sorry, Shireen, but that's not going to work. All the poor wretches on footfall know me as the sweet-spoken lady from the hot planet. I've played the princess for too long to just smash her to pieces. But thanks for the kind words. It's good to know that my soldier's tongue hasn't scared you off. That's a negative, Shireen. Hatching clever plans has been the last thing on my mind recently, you see. But on the bright side, well, that Ashmag, homunculus, may the Aji devour that black-souled bag of bones, was busy experimenting on me. I managed to nick a couple of trinkets from his laboratory. Here, they may come in useful, if not for escaping, then at least for surviving in this rotten hole. Sir, yes, sir. Your lordship, Shireen. I'll be here, all primed and ready to go. Yes? Sir, yes, sir.
Everyone's got secrets, eh?
Lord Captain.
¿Cómo se llama?
Oh，要不然它灯这么亮，这些都打蜡了，这都打蜡了，这些都打蜡了，这个只要打蜡，对呀，
能把这个支起来吧？对，
一起是片儿的，
然后这个把手就往里上，就反正。
我看这个
这样这个门呢？